Hey, this is Dale Calvert. I want to thank you for being here. Over the next couple of minutes, I'm going to share with you absolutely the number one network marketing opportunity for 2022. If you're skeptical, I don't blame you. I would be as well. But December a year ago, I did a similar video and shared with people on that video the number one MLM opportunity for this year, for 2021. Video's still up on YouTube. You can go check it out right here. You can find it for sure. Just put Dale Calvert best opportunity in network marketing. And I'm going to share with you the best opportunity for 2022 based upon documented facts. And I hope you find this very thought-provoking. Obviously, I'm not making any types of guarantees. This is, I got to say the legal stuff here, but no income's implied or guaranteed. It's for example purposes only. I'm an independent affiliate, not a corporate officer. I'm not providing financial advice. This presentation is made in an effort to share personal experience and insights gained over the past 40 years in this profession. And examples are based upon personal experience. You could earn more money or less. You're responsible for your own due diligence, seeking advice from a professional if necessary. So with that said, my pick in 2021 was based upon what I call a four-star evaluation system. A four-star evaluation system. And my pick was APL Go. And I realize as I say that, many of you still today have no idea what APL Go is, what they do, anything about them, still very below the radar in the United States. They've only been around the U.S. about a year, and people still don't know what they are. But in the summer, their product, negative ion lozenges, were rated the number one network marketing product in the world. This is from Business at Home magazine. That was this summer regarding the product. And then this week, just this week, they were rated, APL Go was rated the number one network marketing business opportunity in the world. Again, from readers of Home Business from Home Online. So I would say I nailed it pretty well based upon those documented facts. And I have no doubt that you're going to see, without question, this December, I am sharing with you the number one opportunity for 2022. Now, the first thing you should always ask yourself is, who is this guy? Why should I be listening to him? To make a real long story short, I started my network marketing career when I was 20 years old. I was actually living in this little tiny 600 square foot home in Kentucky and driving this beat up Chevy Chevette. And because of this profession and a lot of hard work, a lot of great mentors, over time we were able to build this 17,000 square foot mansion on 100 acres in central Kentucky. This is actually me here at the time sitting on this Dodge Viper of my car. This is Roger, one of my business associates, and this guy on his Jeep actually is the director of marketing today for It Works. It's Mike Patillo, who was also, Mike got started in network marketing working with us. You can learn more about me than you would ever want to know at MLMhelp.com, or you can go over to DaleCalvert.com. And again, learn as much as you would ever want to know, more than you would ever want to know. I've been around the profession a long time. I know what it is to start with a dream, to be frustrated and confused, not have a clue what I'm doing, but over time to see things come together. If you understand the four stars and some of the things I'm going to be sharing with you in this presentation. So this year we've learned a lot. Our team has accomplished a lot. I've probably learned more about network marketing in the last year than I have the previous 39, especially as it relates to the market today. But we got started with APL Go shortly after we shared that video, the number one opportunity for 2021. And my first 2 months, I was the number one recruiter in the world out of 252,000 distributors in about 30 countries around the world. And you say, well, yeah, Dale, you've been around for so long, you should be. Yeah. But in my first 10 months, I was in the top 10 4 times. And it was because of the methods we teach for prospecting and finding the right prospects and the right leads. I practice what I preach. So it's been a really good run. We were able to be in Las Vegas this past March, a few months ago, for the kickoff out there. It was awesome. There was about 200 or 300 people for that event, but it was a great time. And this was some of our people there at that event. We had about 50 people from our team at that kickoff event. The thing I'm most proud of over the last year is we've been able to meet a lot of great people. These are just some of our team members, a lot of different people, a lot of different backgrounds, different levels of experience in and out of this profession, and just a phenomenal group of people that are focused on doing things and doing things right. And it's just been a blessing in so many ways working with this group of people. So now I'm going to reveal to you the best network marketing program for 2022 and exactly why. And in 2022, it is not APL Go. APL Go, in my opinion, offers the best consumable products, traditional network marketing opportunity in the market, without question. It still does. I mean, again, most people still don't know anything about it, have not heard of it yet. They will. And nothing's changed with APL Go. It's still the number one consumable products opportunity in the profession. I've not resigned. I just have to pivot for a very short period of time. The training systems are in place for our team. I've talked to our team. They understand what I'm doing and why. And I fully expect to be 100% full bore in the future with APL Go. But right now, for a short period of time, as you'll see why in a second, I have to make a pivot. But APL Go is a phenomenal company. Products based upon science and their category creating, which is one of the criteria when you're looking at the 4 stars. Negative ion drops. Fabulous product. I love the products. The products are well accepted in the marketplace. As I shared with you, voted number one network marketing product in the world this past summer. The compensation plan has to be fair to front end and back end, newbies and experienced people. Best compensation plan in the market. They pay out 63% to the field, which is more than any other company in the world. And then last, but certainly not least, is corporate leadership. They've got a tremendous owner, Sergey. His goal is to produce 20 $1 million per month earners in the next few years. And he knows he has a comp plan. He has the product line that is very unique to get that done. And, only starting at $40 PV monthly requirements. He's just doing so many things right. He says network marketing runs in his veins. He's got a tremendous story. Got involved in network marketing when he was 17 years old. His uncle came over to try to convince his mom to go to a meeting. She wouldn't go. Sergey said, I'll go. And he got the vision sitting there the first time when he was 17 years old. Worked with Agile, and I'm not going to tell you his whole story, but I appreciate his passion for what he does, and he does it at a very different and very unique level. And it's been really fun, and working with this guy. He's got the track record, and this was the thing that people didn't get. And why a lot of people missed it. They've been in business 9 years prior to opening this year in the United States. Most companies start in the United States and they expand internationally. APO Go, established, credible company in 30 countries around the world before they came to the United States. And all you had to do was look at what's happened in other countries and look at the six-figure monthly income earners that have been developed in other countries around the world. And in my opinion, it was like, hey, I'm looking at a crystal ball. If this has happened around the world, I know what's going to happen in the United States, and it is happening. It's a fabulous, fabulous company. Here's what I didn't know at the time I did the original recording. There's a fifth star. I talked about the 4 stars. I've talked about the 4 stars for years when evaluating a network marketing company. I covered this with many clients over the years. But there's a 5th star. And I didn't realize there's a 5th star until this year. And only because of my experience this year did the 5th star appear. And I'm going to cover that in just a second. See, here's the bottom line. If this can't be done, then why do it? And this is just some of the very top income earners in network marketing ever, and the amount of income that they're generating. Here's Dexter Yeager, who's at the top of Amway. At least his estate is. His family, Dexter, has left us. May his soul rest in peace. But $600,000 a month, $537,000 a month. You can see the top 14 income earners here. The minimum is $400,000 a month, and if that can't be done, then why do it? See, for me, network marketing has always been about, number one, replacing your full-time income, and then the opportunity to create financial independence. And if you invest your money right, you can create financial independence. And if you are in the right place at the right time and you want to continue to build, you can create legacy wealth. That's what these people have done. Legacy wealth. To me, that's what this has always been about. I love building businesses, any kind of business. My wife and I operate multiple different online, offline businesses. I've done brick and mortar I've been in business since I was 14 years old. I started my first business, which was a direct mail business out of my parents' home when I was 14. And I love building businesses, but I found out that I love building teams more. Network marketing has a ripple effect. Besides the ministry, I know of no other profession, job, calling that you can get involved with that can have such a positive impact on so many people like network marketing can. And prior to joining APO Go, I had put everything, all my web properties, all my intellectual property, listing them with a broker, and was going to liquidate out of network marketing. I was done. I wanted to do other things, mostly spend time with grandkids. But I had to answer one question for myself. Once I saw APO Go and what they offered and how the 4 stars had lined up. And that question is, can wealth be created with an MLM business model today in today's network marketing environment? And I've come to the conclusion that yes, it can, but not the way it's being taught. Not the way it's being taught today. I know that lead generation 5.0 is what I call it, is mandatory. And I've talked about it on some podcasts, and I'm not going to get into it now, but I can say that we cannot continue to do it the way we've always done it. We have to take our lead generation to an entirely different level. So that was the path our team was on, and we had several conversations about that until I had to, and I sincerely had to, make a pivot for a few months, and you'll understand why here in just a second. So Dale, why did you have to make a pivot? Again, I love the network marketing profession. I am beyond disgusted by what I've seen happen to it, since about 2000. Back in 1999, I did an audio called "Network Marketing is a Scam," and in that audio, I was saying, "Look, guys, our competition is the dead end job. Our competition is the corporate cubicle. Our real market is people that are career frustrated because there was so much stuff going on back then. My pycnogenol is better than your pycnogenol, and it was just a bunch of just getting so far away from the core fundamentals to build this business. You saw people selling leads saying, I'm going to send you 200 leads that are ready for you to call them and sign up in your business. And they got their credit card ready to join. And we got away from the core fundamentals, and I had to do this audio. Now, recently, a couple years ago, I re-released this entire original audio as well as about 10 hours more of documentation and information just to try to help people understand the history of this profession, how it's gotten off track, and how to get it back on track. And that's kind of been my concern for many years. This was probably 5, 6, 7 years ago. We did this webinar. We talked about the 4 stages of a movement, which stage 1 is an awakening. Network marketing actually came out of the personal development industry. And stage 2 in a movement is growth. And network marketing experienced phenomenal growth in the 70s, the 80s, the early 90s were great until about 1995. And you can go back and look at it. And the reasons, because around 95, we got into a speculation mode. Again, selling leads instead of teaching people how to master lead generation and create their own leads. And we just got into all these different gimmicky marketing plans, trying to help people make money quicker, faster, and easier. And we just got totally off kilt. We went on tilt bad, and I saw this happening, and we got away from the core fundamentals because, see, in my mind, a 3 to 5 year game plan to financial independence is good. It's phenomenal. It's great. So you don't have to try to tweak your marketing plan and do all these funny things that maybe will help people make $600 quicker. And then once they have a group of $25,000, $30,000, they're not making anything on the back end because you put all the money on the front end. And there's just all this stuff going on. And we got in a real speculation mode, and speculation always ends up in a state of dissipation. When you speculate, when a movement gets away from the core fundamentals, there's always unintended consequences. So I've been talking about this for years. You can look and you can see, if we could see a Google chart here, it was like network marketing in the 70, 71. It just went up, 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 up. And then about 95, it started this downward trend. And I can only go back as far as 2003, but you can see it's basically been on a downward trend since 2003. And that's just the reality of this profession. And it's sad to me. The business model today is not a business. It's a social club. And it's a social club full of a lot of people living in the past, people that are in a state of fear and delusion. I call network marketing, and I believe it to be the most delusional business model on the planet. It's the blind leading the blind. And it's not even a business. It's a social club. People come and hang out, and their upline gets them on the webinar and calls them a rock star and virtually high fives them, even though their upline knows and everybody on the team knows they haven't even talked to their mama yet. It's crazy. So the paradigm shift of 95 is when this downward trend started. I don't have time to get into all the details as of why. Started when Success Magazine came out with the cover story, "We Create Millionaires." And again, I have a whole podcast on this if you want to get into it. But here's what I've come to realize this year, and that is the fact that pros pivot. Pros pivot. The evangelist Billy Graham said, When we are no longer able to change a situation and have exhausted all possibilities, pray and then be prepared to pivot. This is just a quote I've said this year. Time is the most valuable asset you have. Don't wait too long to pivot. And I said this after on one of our team calls, because that week I talked to people in Melaleuca and USANA and Beachbody and 3 or 4 other companies. And these were people that were making $30,000, $40,000 a month 5 years ago. And they've watched their income dwindle down, dwindle down, dwindle down, dwindle down. But they don't have the courage to pivot, to get in front of the next trend. And it's just been fascinating to me this year to watch this and talk to a lot of people, very intelligent, but don't have the courage to pivot. This is from Gary Vee's newest book. He says, I prefer dying on my own sword over dying on somebody else's. I hold on to my convictions until, this is a key term, the market tells me I'm wrong. And when I'm wrong, I make adjustments with conviction too. So he's saying when he's going to be convicted when the market shows him he's wrong, he's going to make a pivot, but he'll have just as much conviction in whatever direction he's moving in at that time as he did prior. And why? How can that happen for people? Grant Cardone wraps it up. This is why. A pivot is a change in strategy or change in company without a change in vision. That kind of wraps it up, doesn't it? That kind of explains it. Pros pivot. And I've talked to so many people that have leadership titles in network marketing companies. They've watched their income decline year after year, and they don't have a clue what to do. And it's like they're not a pro. There's somebody in a network marketing company with a leadership title. If it's going down, what's in the best interest of you and your team? So again, I don't want to get into that, but again, when I sit back and look at what's happened the last 40 years, especially the last 20 years in this profession, I've seen it go from, a state of dissipation to what I really consider it now, beyond that, to really full-blown delusion. So, what is the best opportunity for 2022? The 5 stars have lined up with a category creating product like none other. Last year I talked about the 4 stars, but there are now 5 stars, and I'll share with you what they are. So let me tell you what happened for me. In January of this past year, I was listening to a podcast. I was listening to this young man, and he was talking about hotspots, helium hotspot cryptocurrency miners. And see, some of you, the word cryptocurrency, you just immediately shut your mind down. And I want to encourage you to just stay with me and listen, because I'm going to give you some insights that you will not get anywhere else. But he was talking about that he bought these miners, and he had 6 of them set up in different locations, one in his house and one at his mom and dad's and different relatives. And he was averaging about $700 a month per box. So he's making, what is that, $3,500, $3,600. And he was just talking about what a great passive income generator it was. And I'm thinking, what the heck? So I did about 10 hours of research into helium mining hotspots. What is this? Because years ago, 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, I had looked at setting up a Bitcoin miner, and it was going to cost $30,000 for the miner. And then I had to have an electrician come in and do some rewiring, because it had to run on 220 instead of, the regular house voltage we have in our garage. I thought, well, I can set this thing up, but it uses a lot of electricity. They're loud. And at that time, Bitcoin was about $10,000 a coin. And I couldn't make the math work. Now, looking back on it, if I'd known Bitcoin was going to get to 60,000 a coin, I would have filled my garage with these things. But you don't know. All you can do is make the best decision you can with the information you have at the time. So I was familiar a little bit with mining, but I never heard of these hotspots. And I'm thinking, okay, how much they cost? How much does the box cost? He says it's making him $700 a month. How much does it cost? Because I'm thinking if I can pay the box off in 6 months, a year, that's a phenomenal investment compared to real estate or something else, as far as your return on investment. And he said that you can get a box for about $500. So anyway, I did my research. I ordered 6 of these Bobcat miners, and I was done with it. Then one of the chip manufacturing, biggest one in Japan, burnt down. We had all these other problems, and they're saying, hey, you aren't going to get your miner for 3 months. 3 months later, you aren't going to get it for 6 more months. And now there's about 5 manufacturers of these boxes, and it's like it'll probably be 2023 before they start shipping any of these hotspots. So, but I did this in January. So no problem. When it gets here, it gets here. And I never thought about it again. And then an old friend of mine, guy that I knew from way back in the NSA days, I found out that he and a few other guys had figured out how they can create an affiliate program around these hotspot miners. So that's what they did. And I'm not going to get into the whole story, but here's the product. It's a miner, a hotspot that you hook up, and it mines cryptocurrency, helium cryptocurrency. The cryptocurrency is then sent to your wallet, about a 2-3 minute process, and then you hit 2 buttons and you send them directly to your bank account in dollars. Okay, it's a real simple process. A lot of people hear crypto complicated, don't understand it. It's simple, very easy. So what is the product? The product is a cryptocurrency miner, but really what is the product? The product is cash flow. Cash flow. If you could lease one of these boxes for $18 a month, and it paid you on average $125 a month, is there any reason you wouldn't want a box? You wouldn't want a hotspot? Well, of course not. That's the product. Do you have to worry about somebody falling off auto ship? Once they get the box and get it plugged in and it's creating positive cash flow for them every single month, is there any reason they would ever unplug it? So that's the product. If we were rating the product from 1 to 10, this product is a 25. Never in the history of network marketing has there been a product like this. The product is cash flow. The compensation plan, very, very unique. Total payout is 60%. 60%. And you have to see it to understand it. And it took me a while to wrap my mind around. It's really not a multi-level compensation plan. This is all about team building, but it's really a one-level affiliate program that pays to infinity. 5 to 15% to infinity. You say, well, Dale, how can that happen? Again, I'm not going to try to explain it here. Everybody that's ever enrolled rose up to your first level. Is the basic concept, but you have to see the comp plan to understand it. So that's what I look at when I'm looking at a company. What's the product? Is it a category creator? Obviously, yes. What's the compensation plan? Is it good for the people starting? Is it good for leaders? $18 a month, plug it in, and you're going to make profit from day one on average. Some boxes will do 2 coins a month. Some will do 40 coins a month, but the average is about 11 right now. And again, all this is subject to change. like the price of helium. Well, the helium coin, when I looked at this back in January, was $14 a coin. I've watched it go from 14 to break through 20 to break through 30 to break through 40 to hit $50 per coin. And it can fluctuate. It's going to go up and down and down and up, but it's unbelievable. But as far as the comp plan, I will tell you, in 40 years, this is the number one quickest, fastest way, and that's important, quick and fast way that I have seen for people, no front end loading of any kind, for people to buy, to invest in one box, only one, that's all you can have in a home, one box, and create a six-figure income. I've never seen a quicker, faster way to do it. My personal goal is I believe that we will help at least 50 people create six figures in 2022. It could be 500, honestly. And again, this video that I did will explain it all. The person that sent you this video can get that to you. So compensation plan, check. Product, check. And then who's behind it. That's so important. Rick, 25 years in network marketing. Chuck has been around network marketing 30, 40 years. Michael, I don't know, but he's been around for a long time as well. And then this gentleman is the behind the scenes guy. He's been mining crypto, Bitcoin for years. Very technical, does all the back end for the website, which is beautiful, very functional. But these four guys are running the show. A lot of experience. They complement each other. So I'm good with all that. And then the 4-star is always, what is the team culture that you're involved in. You can have the right company, the right product, the right corporate leadership, but if you get involved with people that are teaching you that you need to blog every day or do videos on TikTok or some other random off the wall way to build your business that has no validity and has not been proven and will never duplicate, you aren't going to get very far. So the 4th star is the team culture. And that's my responsibility as far as I'm concerned. These are just some of our people. I don't, and everybody you see here has maxed out the comp plan. They're at what's called the gold level, which means they've personally enrolled a minimum of 25 people. And at the time I did this, and there was a lot more people I could show you, but at the time I did this, none of them had been involved with this program more than 60 days. None of them. And so you're saying, Dale, all these people I'm looking at have enrolled 25 people in 60 days or less. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. And I'm saying there's a lot more besides these. Well, Dale, did they bring a team with them? No. Not one person here brought a team with them. There's some people here that have been around this profession 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 years and never had a team of 25 plus people that they personally sponsored, much less in 60 days or less. So it's like, how can this possibly happen, Dale? And it's because of the systems that we have in place. We have a very simple copy and paste promotion system that can be learned. Hear me. You can learn it in 1 hour. Literally, the night I taught this, within 1 week after I taught it, this gentleman right here, Dave, he implemented it that night when I taught it in 1 hour. He implemented it that night. The next morning, he had 4 people that had joined him. Copy and paste. We have one gentleman, he's not pictured here. His first week enrolled 42 people. His first week. So I'm telling you the truth. I wouldn't believe it if I was you, but it's documented. A very simple system can be learned in 1 hour and is producing, and doesn't sound true, but it is 100% success rate. The night I taught this, there was 57 people on that webinar. Within 1 week, 3 of them had life happening. Spouse in hospital, grandbaby being born, different things. 3 of them, life was happening. They were out of the loop. The other 54, all of them, every one of them that were on that call, enrolled a minimum of 2 people. Most enrolled within 1 week, 10, 15 people. The highest, again, was 42. If you think about what I've just said, is there any opportunity in the world where you can create those kind of results? You can't. And it's because of the 5th star that I'm going to share with you. That's why. And I hope that you really hear what I've just shared with you. So I discovered the 5th star. And this is just a podcast I did about this. I call it the most important attribute for network marketing, team building success right now at this point in time. And it's really simply this. You have to be able to give your team a system that they can implement immediately and that it will create progress week after week, month after month, year after year. Week after week, month after month, year after year. You have to be able to do that in today's network marketing environment. And if you don't do that, then you end up with a bunch of people that hang out, they like you, they like the company, they like the products, but it becomes a huge social club where nobody's recruiting anybody, nobody's creating any consistent new customers. And it's just it's like the hamster wheel. They're just spinning around and around and around. So all the 4 stars must be in place. You've got to have a category creating product. This is to give yourself a chance to win. A fair compensation plan, corporate team with a proven track record, and a team culture led by those that understand how to sequentially, systematically develop homegrown leaders. This is a leadership development business. Leadership creates product volume. Your long-term income is in direct proportion to the number of leaders that are developed in your organization and on your team. So all the 4 stars must be in place, but the 5th star, which again I didn't even know existed this time last year, determines your true upside income potential. It's your 5th star. Now, the market. For years, I've talked about baby boomers and how they created every major trend in this country. The trend for throwaway diapers, how Gerber baby food exploded when the baby boomers all needed baby food, and so on and so forth, and how baby boomers have created virtually every major trend in the United States since I've been alive. This past year, the market shifted. Today, there are more millennials in the marketplace than there are baby boomers. And the millennials and every other demographic, Generation X, Y, Z, the baby boomers, the wartime people, are all, the market is crypto curious. Crypto curious. We all have heard about it. There's multiple scams inside the crypto market. But mining is real. And this program is a great introduction into the crypto market. Here's the 5th star. The emotional state of the market determines your financial success. If you have a product or service that is widely accepted in the marketplace, that ultimately determines your financial success. See, with APL Go, we've got a really cool, unique product, but in the mind of the market, oh, it's just another vitamin. It's just a vitamin lozenger that you can suck on. No, it's a negative ion infused product, but it requires education, and there's skepticism. Okay, I'm not saying we don't have phenomenal customers. We do, and we have a phenomenal product. And APL Go is it's going to roll. It's going to roll, but it's not going to roll to the point where somebody can see a 1 hour training and then go out and enroll 42 people in a week. It's not going to roll to the point where you have 57 people on a webinar and 54 of them enroll at least 2 people the following week. That doesn't happen in any company. But the emotional state of the market determines your upside financial potential success. And I never realized that until this year. And if we just stop and look at history, look at Herbalife. I remember Johnny Carson walking out for his monologue, and he said, "It's now official. Every man, woman, and child in the United States is now a Herbalife distributor." Herbalife took over. Why? Because they were the first company in network marketing that really went mainstream in the weight loss. And they were the first that did infomercials every Sunday night, USA Network, 10:30. Here came Herbalife. And they just did a phenomenal job penetrating the market, but the market was open and receptive because their marketing was so simple. Wear the button, use the product, wear the button, tell your story. And every one of them, I've been on Herbalife. My first month, I lost 15 pounds. I've been on it now 6 months. I've lost 47 pounds. And that was the story. And we all know how huge the weight loss market is. But look at Art Williams, what he did. He totally disrupted the insurance profession. Buy term, invest the rest. He put New York Life and all the big major insurance companies on their ear. He took over, disrupted the whole industry. Look at what's happened with there's 20 plus different companies that their primary product is hemp products. Look at what's happened to this profession in the last 5-6 years with hemp products. Now, virtually every company out there has at least their own hemp product. You can go into a gas station and buy, CBD oil. We all have seen it, but it disrupted everything. And, I wouldn't want to, that's the last type of company I'd want to be involved today. Well, that's my main focus. No way. That ship has sailed. In NSA, I made a lot of money with NSA. I made $10,000 my first month. I never made less, for 5 years. I let the month I left there, my check was almost $25,000, whether I left my house or not. It was a phenomenal company. Why? Because we were right in front of the bottled water trend. At the time when NSA came out, the only bottled water out there was Evian. Got in front of the trend. It was an easy product to sell. People loved the way filtered water made their coffee, their tea, their Kool-Aid taste. And it was a phenomenal product that was in the right place at the right time, and the market accepted it. And the same can be said with all the essential oil companies out there. Essential oils are, I wouldn't get involved with an essential oil network marketing company today. And again, I've talked to multiple doTERRA people, leaders that have seen their incomes just consistently drop month after month after month. But again, if pros shift, they're not willing to make the shift. And if you're not willing to make the shift and you fall in love with your company, then this type of thing is inevitable. Look at the people that hung on to their video stores too long. Blockbuster came in, gave them the chance to buy them out. No, they hung on to it. Then what happened to them? And you see this. This is human nature. People fall in love with their company, and they don't understand it's about getting in front of the right trend at the right time in history. This is the most important slide in this presentation. We're going to wrap it up. This opportunity is over in about 12 to 18 months, is my guesstimate. 12 to 18 months, it's over. Say, well, Dale, I don't even understand what this is really all about. The person that shared this video with you can give you another video that will get to a lot more detail. But basically, all these green spots, we're looking at a USA map here, is where hotspots are currently deployed. And when you go to this actual website, I mean, you can scroll in on your specific location, your address. You can get right on your street and see what's around you. And basically, no hotspot is within a half mile of each other, because if you put two in the same house, or you have one and your neighbor has one, if they're too close, they cancel each other out. And again, I'm explaining this as simply as I possibly can. So, in the United States, and basically what these hotspots are doing is they're creating a network called the Internet of Things. It's a network for smart homes. You see the scooters that in major metropolitan cities where people rent the scooters, they run through the Internet of Things. Dog collars, when your dog, runs away. If your dog runs away, you can be able to pull it up on your phone and locate where your dog is. There's all types of medical devices and multiple different uses for this Internet of Things network. It's about an $8 billion industry. It's not for people, it's for things, the Internet of Things. And to build this network out, we need about 3 million hotspots strategically located throughout the United States. Right now, when someone joins us, they go in, they put in their address, and about 80% of those addresses are available. About 1 out of 5 says, no, it's too dense, too concentrated in your area. No hotspot is allowed there. And these people can usually put one maybe in their office or their business or a relative's home. They can usually find some place to deploy them. But you don't have to have a approved hotspot to be an affiliate with this program. It's real important. Please hear what I just said. Let me repeat it. You don't have to if your area a hotspot's not available and you can't find an address of a friend or relative where you can place one, you can still become an affiliate. But here's my point. Today, around the world, there are 379,016 of these hotspots deployed around, and this is all real time. You can look it up at any time. But the time I'm making this presentation, that's how many there are around the world. In the United States, we need about 3 million. Once they're deployed, the opportunity is over. The network will be built. It's done. You can think about the cell tower days where all the big cell phone providers were putting these big towers on farmers' land and then paying the farmer a monthly fee lease for having the cell tower on their land. It's the same concept, exact same concept, except instead of big cell towers, we're talking about little boxes about the size of an internet router that you plug in to help connect with other boxes and build out this Internet of Things. I don't want to get into any more detail than that because that's not even the point. And the other video that the person that sent you here can share with you will give you more details. My point is, when I started looking at this in January, so about a year ago, it's December now, there was 30,000 hotspots around the world. So you can see in the last 12 months, it's grown from 30,000 to 379,000. It's 10x'd this year. At that time, helium, the token, was selling for about $14. It's hit as high as $53. I've seen some predictions that helium within a couple of 3 years will be at $600 a coin. And for some people, that's hard to believe, but think about it. Some of us remember when Bitcoin was $10 a coin, $100 a coin, $1,000 a coin. Whoever thought it would be at 60,000 a coin? So right now, around $50, fluctuates back and forth. But what if it does get to 600? So once this is built, it's over. So right now, it's a land grab. And again, so when I said earlier, I had to make a pivot for a while, it's because once this is built, it's built out and it's over. The opportunity is done. I mean, you're still going to make money for the next 50 years through the crypto, and there's going to be, we'll start making money on the services when the scooter company, pings off of your box or whatever, the dog collar or any of the other many different usage. There's companies right now building all types of different products for the IoT, the Internet of Things. But it is a land grab right now. What if this increases 10 times more over the next 12 months? And I believe it will. Again, this is a worldwide number. We don't have the exact number of hotspots in the United States, but we do know once it reaches about 3 million, helium, we'll say, hey, no more boxes are to be built. The network is done. We're finished. It's built. It's built. So that's very important that you understand that. This is the most unique team building opportunity I've seen in 40 years. Time is of the essence. We have a proven, simple to do copy and paste promotion system, again, with 100% success rate. My goal is the same as it was this time last year. 500, help 500 people become full-time earners and 10 millionaires. And it may be through a combination of APL Go and iHub Global and whatever else. If something comes that makes total sense, I don't mind pivoting. I'm pivoting. I just am, because that's what we do. I had real trouble pivoting to here. It was very tough for me, but I had to practice what I preach. And I talked to all these people in other companies that obviously it's over, but what they've ridden the wave, you're showing them a better opportunity to get to where they want to go quicker, faster, easier, and bring some people with them and help people. And they're too stubborn or too in love with their company to pivot. I knew I could pivot for a short period of time, and APL Go will be here 30 years from now. And so I pivoted. I hope that you'll get back to the team member that shared this presentation with you. Years ago, I read a quote in Success Magazine. I've never forgotten it. And it said, if people want what you're selling, you'll get rich. I've never forgotten that. And it's so true, because at the time I thought, for 10 years, I've been marketing products and services like 99% of you watching this presentation, marketing products and services that I believed in, people that really needed them, but they didn't want them. They had to be sold. And everybody would want a box that makes them money. If that doesn't click in your mind, everybody that like I have an Aunt Betty, 91 years old. When I told her about this, I said, is there any reason you wouldn't want a box? She said, no, I like money just like everybody else. Was she ever going to build a team? Of course not, but she wants a box. I mean, is there any reason you watching this right now wouldn't want a box? Is there any reason? That's the market that we have. That's the acceptance in the marketplace we're experiencing, and that's why we're able to do the type of enrollment numbers that I've been sharing with you. So get back with the member that shared this with you. They can tell you about our 100,000 a year challenge. This is something officially we're doing with every member of our team. And basically my promise is this: if you can give us 5 hours a week minimum, the more hours that you can devote, the quicker and faster you will grow. And again, this is between now and the middle of April, because I have no idea how many people will join this in the next 90 days. I mean, it's going to be crazy, I know. And again, the longer it goes, the opportunity diminishes because the number of locations are taken up. Does that make sense? But between now and mid-April, I'm telling everybody, look, if you give us 5 hours a week minimum, and you will follow the step-by-step copy and paste system that we teach, I know that you will enroll 40 people in the next 12 months. And based upon the numbers that we have at this time, and again, it can all fluctuate, and I'm not making any guarantees, but I can tell you, based upon the numbers that we have at this time, 40 personally enrolled people with their boxes installed will create a 6-figure monthly income for you. So I'm calling it the 6-figure, the 100K challenge. If you will follow specifically exactly what we show you to do, you can copy and paste, spend 5 hours a week minimum. I believe in the next 12 months you'll make 100,000 plus, and we can document that based upon the experiences that our team members are already having, and the numbers based upon the number of coins the boxes are producing and the current price of helium, without question. There's rumor that helium's getting ready to split. In case some of you are watching this after, and you go and say, well, Dale, you said it was $50 a coin. It's only a nickel. It's only a nickel coin. The rumor is that they're going to do 1,000 to 1 split, which will take it from 50 to 5 cents, because they can attract more people to the coin and to the market. But when they do that, all the algorithms will change. So where people, their boxes, for every one coin their box mines right now, it would be 1,000 coins in and when and if the split happens. So if you go and look, well, I knew that guy was not telling me the truth. I looked up helium; it's only selling for a nickel. That means the splits happen, and instead of 1 coin, it's now 1,000 coins. It's the same money. It's just the psychological aspect of it. And again, I don't want to get into all that. The bottom line is, I believe you can enroll 40 people based upon what we've seen with and the numbers we're experiencing and our team's experiencing that are following the system that we've laid out. And I don't know of any company that you can get started with today with no team, no background, no experience, no success, and simply copy and paste and get to six figures within 12 months. But I believe it can be done here. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. I can help more people quicker, faster, easier, as long as this lasts, and knowing that, it's a land grab. It's not going to last very long. If you want to learn more about this, here's the exact URL to the podcast where I talk about this. Game plan to six figures a month within 6 months. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I'm going to show you my numbers here in a minute, and you can get out a calculator and figure it out for yourself. But in less than 90 days, we've set it up to where literally that type of incomes will be created here. There'll be millionaires, I believe, that will be created with this program. So here's my personal numbers, just so you know. In 90 days, I've never had anything like this. It's the most explosive growth I've ever experienced in 40 years. 95% of the people joining our team every single day haven't talked to anybody because everybody wants a box. Everybody wants a box. So I've personally enrolled in 90 days, about 90 days, 194 people. And that's great, Dale. You've been doing this forever. You should be able to do that. But our team has grown to over almost 2,700 people in 90 days. I've never had growth like that quick. Where's this going to be in a year? Where will this be a year from now? It's going to be unbelievable. And it's because the average person with above average desire who knows how to copy and paste and will follow our system is going to enroll people. It's just that simple. That's the bottom line. Every day, every week, it's happening. Every day, every week. So I'm taking you kind of behind the scenes here. If you just happen to find this video on wherever and nobody sent you here specifically, if they did, by all means, you must get back with the person that shared this video with you. If you just found it by accident, there's my direct link. You can go there, put in your address, see if your location is available. And again, even if it's not, you can still become an affiliate, even if your location is not available. And you're in the United States. Right now, they're shipping miners to the U.S., and they have a strategic plan to put these miners all over the world. I've got a waiting list of people that I've talked to in Australia and different parts of the world. So if you're outside the U.S., you can still let me know, and we'll put you on that list so you'll be the first to know when they're getting ready to start deploying to your country. Get back to our team member that shared this presentation with you. They'll give you a link to reserve your location if it's available and get you plugged in to our marketing system. And they'll probably send you this video as well, which is the number one $100,000 side gig ever. I mean ever. I have never seen anything in 40 years that comes remotely close to how quickly someone has the opportunity to get their income to a full-time level if they will give us 5 hours a week and can copy and paste and just get plugged in. It's that simple. So guys, I've shared with you the best network marketing opportunity for 2022 and exactly why. Do with it as you choose. I appreciate your time and look forward to working with you. And if you miss this one, I'll be back with you next year and share with you what the best opportunity is in 2023. It's probably going to be APL Go. Probably. Because by that time, iHub Global will have been built, or it'll be built out to a point where, it's going to be very hard to find locations where a box is available. But I just hope you don't miss this. I mean, even if you're totally 100% committed to another company, to not do this because you have Aunt Betty's in your life. You have parents, my parents, in their 80s. And I just briefly told them about it. My mom says, give me a box. I want a box. It's like I have so many friends and family members and people that I care about that are never going to build a network marketing team, but they want a box. So again, I would ask you, is there any reason everyone you know and everyone they know wouldn't want a box? And if that clicks in your mind, then you probably are right now contacting the person that sent this video to you. I hope you do. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it. It's the most valuable asset that you have. And I'll talk to you again real soon.